Despite the rain and cold weather, President Obama delivered a moving speech here at the Summerfest grounds in Milwaukee. Thousands of supporters came to see the president speak on a matter of topics from foreign policy, the economy, and even a message for college students. Hi guys, I'm here with number 3, the one, the only, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne, thank you so much for being here with us. How does it feel coming home with Marquette?
It always feels great, man. Every time I come here, I always get a great ovation from the crowd.
This is an extraordinary case of two city officials going at each other, so heated at times, neither wanted to back down. One alderman official originally called the press conference, the other showing up so our viewers could hear both sides of the story. The council approved the streetcar advancement with a vote of 10-5, the emphasis being on if Milwaukee doesn't use this money, other cities will get it. Donovan, however, believes that the mayor's influence might be able to change that. Reporting outside of City Hall, Vic.r.jac, CBS 58. From major job loss in Janesville to heated political divisiveness in Madison, the state of Wisconsin has been a microcosm of U.S. politics over the past 4 years. Caught in the crossfire in this battleground state are Marquette University students with a significant choice to make on November 6th. The Milwaukee Film Festival hosts world-class cinema for 2 weeks around the city. This year, the festival has a special connection with one of Marquette's own. I sat down with the Deidre College of Communications Danielle Beverly, who shared her experience and involvement with the documentary As Goes Janesville, which premieres right here at the festival. As Goes Janesville premieres at the Milwaukee Film Festival on Saturday, October 6th, with a fundraising event following. More information and tickets can be found at mkefilm.org. Reporting from the Oriental Theater on Milwaukee's east side, Jacobo, Student Media Interactive. At around 1 o'clock this afternoon, witnesses say they heard gunfire here at the intersection of 39th and Garfield. The house behind me actually fell victim to some of that gunfire. No one inside was injured. For those that live here, it is yet another violent occurrence in an already troubled neighborhood.
I just heard like firework, first sound like firework, pop, 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 pop. And then I heard some more gunshot, pow, 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 pow. Then I heard boom, 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 boom. And I know that was a gunshot. Then I'm ducking now.
Milwaukee police closed off several blocks of the chaotic area where dozens of evidence markers and bullet casings could be seen. Those who witnessed the incident believe the shooters tried covering it up by setting off fireworks. Neighbors say the shooting occurred between teenagers of two rival gangs. One mother is thankful her children did not fall victim to the crossfire.
Yep, my bedroom is right here where the window is at. My bedroom is right there and it didn't come in. I'm so thankful it didn't. But my kids were out here playing. They came in the house screaming and hollering and slammed the door and all that. So I'm like, what's going on? Because I was asleep. When I heard that, I woke up and came out like, what is going on? Because I thought it was just fireworks. So I heard it get louder. Like, no, them not fireworks no more. Them is gunshots.
Police reported multiple people shot and at least 3 transported to the hospital with injuries, but are not releasing any other information. Reporting from the north side, Vic.r.jac, CBS 58 News.
No matter where you look, chances are you're seeing a ton of opinions about what happened in Ferguson. And a lot of time, those opinions are drawn down racial lines. The Washington Post analyzed 20 years of census data to examine where whites and blacks live in cities around the country. What the paper found was that each group had different experiences over that period of time. The amount of all-white neighborhoods are falling all over the place and becoming more diverse each year. All black communities have stayed relatively the same, isolated and segregated. The Post highlighted several urban areas, but we'll take a closer look at 2, Chicago and St. Louis. Between 1990 and 2010, the number of people living in all-white neighborhoods in Chicago dropped from 40% to 12%. In the rest of Cook County, it was a steeper drop of 59% to 20%. For African Americans in the city, it barely went down from 79% to 70%, and from 70% to 55% nationwide. In St. Louis, there's a similar story. The percentage of the white population living in segregated neighborhoods in the city went down from 64% to 29%. For African Americans, it went down from 69% to 54%. But in the county, the number of blacks living in segregated areas actually went up from 16% to 29%. What this data means is that while whites may think their communities are getting more diverse and improving race relations in the process, a lot of African Americans see a vastly different reality every day. All white neighborhoods are nearly non-existent in cities, but predominantly black neighborhoods are staying isolated even over the course of 20 years. When two communities are living in two different worlds, they observe events like the shooting death of Michael Brown through different lenses. And that is adding an extra layer to a confusing issue on which America is failing to find common ground and heal.
On sports.edu, we present both sides of the heated pay-for-play argument.
Where does all this money go? What do they do with it?
The money just simply isn't there.
We'll show you every angle of the topic with exclusive interviews and access. All that is coming up on sports.edu. College students on college sports.
Welcome into sports.edu, where college students look at college sports. We're here on the campus of Marquette University at the D.J. College of Communication. I'm Tess Quinlan.
And I'm Victor Jacobo. Each episode we'll be taking a closer look at an important issue in college sports.
And how it affects everybody, from student athletes to managers to administrators, but most importantly, you the fan.
Our first topic, pay for play. Several questions surround this issue. Do student athletes deserve to be paid? Are universities taking advantage of their students? Or is a free education enough of a reward for their efforts? We'll be taking a closer look in our first segment, the Scouting Report.
Let's bring in our friend Travis Smith, who's been following this story very closely.
With 4 players in double digits, the Michigan Wolverines brought a balanced attack to defeat the Texas Longhorns and earn their second straight ticket to the NCAA Sweet 16. It was a bit of an ugly win for Michigan, as Wofford brought it within single digits with just over 7 minutes left in the game. With 11 turnovers on offense, it was the Wolverines' defense that kept the Terriers at bay.
I didn't think we had the best offensive game, like we normally do. They held us under 60 points or something like that, I think. But our defense kind of struck the win for us.
A mostly Wisconsin-friendly crowd turned on the Wolverines when Wofford made it a game in the second half. But as these experienced players know, this tournament is all about surviving and advancing.
We'll take any win we can get at this point, and I think Wofford did a great job today of slowing the game down and using their whole offensive possession to limit our possession. So, I think this might be the first time we've scored in the 50s and won a game. So, we're excited for that, and we're happy to move on.
From Milwaukee, Victor Jacobo, 7 Action Sports. All right, I'm here with the newest Chicago Bull, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, congratulations, he's got his gear going. Your mother and Buzz were there with you on Monday as you were in the Berto Center. How important has it been, the people who have been there to support you, such as your coach, such as your mother?
Very important. They've always been there for me for day one. Through the ups and downs, I could always count on them to keep me going. That they were the fuel to my fire for the most part, and no matter what, they're always going to be on my side. If I was in the NBA or if I was at McDonald's, they'd always be there for me.